Welcome to Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen. I'm Chef Alli, and I've been stirring up a love of farm fresh cooking all across my home state of Kansas for over a decade. I enjoy teaching you about food, cooking, and family farms. And from farm to fork, Kansas farmers are always working hard so we can enjoy delicious Kansas-raised food.
We've got what I would consider a bit of a classic in Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen today.
Yes.
Pulled pork.
Pulled pork, that's right. And this right here is the star of the show. This is a pork shoulder, also known as a pork butt. They are one and the same. This costs $2.99 a pound, so it's a great, great value at the grocery store right now. This is about a 6-pound roast, and so what I'm going to show you today is how to put this guy into the crock pot, slather him with some really great spices and things, cook him, and then when I come back next time, what we're going to do is show all of you how to make 3 or 4 meals from one big roast.
Very
because
nice.
That's the whole deal. You know, when you have a crock pot, I was just thinking about this the other day. The recipe that you get to make in your crock pot, where you live, has a lot to do with which recipe you can do. Did you realize that?
No.
I live, 30 minutes from home when I'm here.
Oh,
Okay, so when I leave home and if I were going to go to work all day long, it would be 10 hours, 8 or 10 hours before I got back home. So I can't do a crock pot recipe that's going to take 3 or 4 hours. I need the one that's going to be a big old hunk of meat that's going to cook low and slow for 8 to 10 hours. And I just realized that not every crock pot recipe is going to work for you. Now, where you live close by and maybe you can run home at lunch after 3 or 4 hours, you could do a different recipe.
That's true.
But, so what we're going to do, there's your onions, my dear, and you're going to do all the work here because we're calling this Amanda's pulled pork, remember? I sliced up 2 onions, put those on the bottom of your crock pot.
Does
Okay,
it
you
matter
just
how
throw
they're
'em in there.
arranged? Okay.
No, arranged.
Cover the
Listen
bottom.
to you. Yeah, I want you to lay them side by side, Amanda.
I didn't know if I should try to cover it or it could be a heap.
No, you did perfectly. Now, what we'll do is we'll take our fork and we're going to set this guy right on top of the onions. If you don't have a fork, you can use your hands, you can use tongs, whatever you want, but I always use my fork right there. Now, here in our jar of Kansas honey, which I liquefied this just a little bit.
How long did you put this in the microwave?
About 20 seconds.
Okay.
And see how easy it swirls around in there?
Yes.
That's what we want. We just want it to come barreling out of that jar.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I want you to add your red wine. Got to watch you every second.
You do.
You're fast. Add a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar to your honey. Sorry. There you go. We're going to make a little slathering mixture here. All right?
Okay.
And then the Salvi Sousa kicked up ketchup is over there. We've got maybe a 1/4 cup. Add
I have
that.
some of this barbecue sauce, I think.
Oh, I love their products. This one's
Got at
my
farmer's
favorite.
market a
Did
while
you?
ago.
Yes, I love the ketchup of all of them. The ketchup's my favorite. So just pour that in there. That's about a 1/4 cup, by the way.
Okay.
All right, and then we have all of our spices that we're going to add to our slathering mix. 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika over there. And then 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. Look at that beautiful jar on the screen. I love that. 2 tablespoons of kosher salt.
I like that
Yep.
we're not dirtying another dish. We just got to throw right in with the honey.
A tablespoon of black pepper.
Okay.
And then a little bit of thyme, 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder.
All right.
Here's your spatula. Since you don't have a lid, if you had the lid right here, you could just shake it up.
Yeah.
But since we don't have that, I'm just going to let you stir it. And then look what a nice thick mixture you get. That's your slathering sauce. And I think
Okay.
it's fun to slather. So pour that all over the top of your roast. Perfect. There you go. And it's a beautiful dark brown. I wish you guys, well, you can see it coming out of the jar, how beautiful it is. So you pour that over the top, and guess what you do next? You put the lid on. You turn it on low, and you let it cook for 8 to 10 hours until it's super, super tender. If you stick your fork in there and it immediately starts to fall apart, that's how you know that your roast is done. If you stick your fork in there and you go, oh, it doesn't seem tender, it's not ready. That
Okay.
big guy is going to take 8 to 10 hours on low, and that's what we want. There will be lots of liquid in the bottom, no problem with that. But when you guys come back next time, you're going to see how we take this pulled pork meat and make it into 3 or 4 different special meals for your family.
Excuse me, I think I got pepper.
Pepper up your nose. Very
Okay.
good. The recipe's at Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen, and also,
momseveryday.com.
yeah, so go and get it, and we'll see you next time.
All right, we'll be right back.
We're the Kansas Farm Food Connection, Kansas farmers and ranchers who are proud to put wholesome and nutritious food on your table. It's our mission to connect farms to families and families to farms through education and firsthand experience. Together, we're raising Kansas.